Well, hello, new coaches, and welcome. My name is Heather Coy, and I am the founder and creator of Team Dynamite, which is the awesome team that you have joined. And I am so excited to get a chance to talk to you all tonight on this webinar. So tonight, what we're going to be talking about are first steps as a new coach. It can be extremely overwhelming when you sign up as a coach. And there's a lot of information, and it's hard to know where to go first. It's hard to know where to start and what items are really important for you to focus on. So I wanted to give you just your quick start guide here of what to do first, how to get set up, and then you'll be ready to go. So that's what we're going to focus on tonight. I hope that you will take the time to also take notes on this. It might be a webinar that you go back and watch again and click pause and go through the steps as I talk about them so that you're able to do this in real time. So you are a part of Team Dynamite, which is awesome. This is the team that I have created and founded. So make sure that you are in our Facebook group, because that is where you're going to be able to ask questions, you're going to be able to get advice, you're going to be able to share successes, you're going to be able to to share things that are going on in your business. You're going to get recognition, you're going to get announcements. Very important that you are a part of our group. So make sure that you've requested to join if you haven't already. Facebook.com/groups/Team Dynamite 00 /. Second of all, I want to make sure that you sign up for our weekly newsletters. I send out weekly newsletters every Sunday. And these newsletters, they have announcements, they have news, they have new program information, new workout information, they have recognition, they have everything in them that you need for your upcoming week, including a schedule of calls and team webinars. So you definitely want to make sure that you and all of your coaches are signed up for our weekly team email. You can do that on the web address right here. Also become familiar with our training website, teamdynamitecoaches.com. This is your personal website for everything that you need to get started. I've taken everything that I've learned and all the trainings that I've been in and put them all there for you to grab. The password to that is 321 capital B boom. Important that you put that capital B in there or you won't get in. You can use that password throughout the website to get access to exclusive training. And we don't share that outside of our team only because some of the training is things that have been paid for. So you just want to make sure we keep it to us. We want to do the best. No, I'm just kidding. At Beachbody, we're all a big family, but this is just for us. A couple things I want to point you towards. New Coaches Start Here is a great place for you to go because we've got new coach training and a new coach frequently asked questions, which I suggest you go ahead and bookmark right now because you're going to have those questions, and I promise that most of the answers are going to be there on that FAQ. I tried to put everything on there that I had questions on, so I'm pretty sure that I covered a good amount of items that you're also wondering about as well. So make sure you bookmark that. Then when you have a question, you can be resourceful. Look at that FAQ, do a search, find the question that you're asking and see if it's there and get your answer. Also, you can sign up for our team emails from the site as well. When you go through and you click on any page that needs a password, you're actually going to get access to signing up to our weekly team emails as well. So you can do two at once there. We have weekly team webinars, so I consider this our weekly meeting. We don't get to see each other every day in an office per se. So these Monday night webinars, they're Monday night, 9 p.m. Eastern time, 6 p.m. Pacific time. And guys, I keep these short, half an hour tops. And the reason I do that is because I just want to give you the best information, the best training, and get you on your way, get you on with your night. But I see these as our weekly team meetings because, we work online so much, and this is the one time that I get to sit there and give you everything I've got, once a week. So make sure that that's on your calendar. It's really important that you guys are on those. I also do record them, so they go up on our website. Our website also has a special place for weekly team calls and team webinars, and you can go in there and catch all the recorded ones, or if you have to miss one. But best to be on live. Use it as your personal development. Use it as as your meeting. It's your weekly team meeting. So we're part of Team Dynamite, but we're also a part of this even bigger team called Team on Fire, led by Superstar Diamond Hillary Kelly. So I want to make sure that you're also in that Facebook group as well. Facebook.com/groups/Team on Fire 90. Make sure that you request to join. If I see you there, I'll let you in. But become familiar with the Team on Fire training website as well. There's great resources there as well and training. Password there is the club, all in capital letters. And from that website, you can also subscribe to the weekly Team on Fire emails. So another great resource for you guys. We have so much training. Team on Fire has weekly team calls on Wednesday nights at 9 p.m. Eastern, 6 p.m. Pacific time. So another great weekly event to put on your calendar. Great information, great training. So you're never going to be alone in this business. Okay, so also we're a part of Team Dynamite. We're a part of even bigger Team on Fire, and we're part of even bigger Platinum Presenters. Platinum Presenters was founded by a double Superstar Diamond coach, Christine Dwyer, and platinumpresenters.com is where you want to go. Again, this is a great resource for training, for team calls, for personal development, for everything, okay? So create an account by clicking on Register for Access when you get to that site, and make sure that you use your username that you used when you signed up as a coach. So whatever username you used, you want to make sure that you use that again, because what they're going to do is go through and check everybody out through that information. It takes about 24 to 48 hours to get approved, and then you're not going to get a notification. You're just going to be able to log in. So after 24 to 48 hours, just make sure you go and you try to log in. They have weekly team calls on Thursday nights at 9:30 p.m. Eastern, 6:30 p.m. Pacific time. So again, you have so much training available to you. We have such amazing teams. We have huge teams. We have great leaders. So you have joined a fantastic team. And of course, you always have somewhere to go to ask questions, to get advice. So you're never ever alone in this business. Okay, so a couple things I want to talk to you about to get set up as a coach. Make sure you are an active coach. An active status just means that you uphold 50 personal volume points. We call them PVs for short, every 5 weeks. Our cycles run 5 weeks. PVs are made up of items that you have purchased and that your customers have purchased. So, as you grow a big following, as you grow a big customer base, you're not even going to have to think about this or worry about it. Most people get on Shakeology Home Direct, 90 PVs every 4 weeks, you're set. Okay, so that's my recommendation. Of course, Shakeology is our best residual income, so for you to have your own story about how it's helped you and what it's done for you, that's going to be invaluable. So win-win on both ends there. But you can log into teambeachbody.com, click on Shop, and you will see the amount of PVs each item has. So it'll say how much it costs, and then it'll say how many PVs it has. So you can easily go in and check. Being active is really important. It signifies that you're serious about this business, right? It shows that you are a member of the team. It shows you that that you actually believe in our products because you're using them. It's important. It's so important. And you have to be active to rank advance, period. You can't be inactive and rank advance. So you want to get to the highest level possible, right? You want to start getting team cycle bonuses and all those great things that you'll learn about shortly, don't you, right? So you have to be an active coach to take advantage of all that Beachbody has to offer. Complete your profile on teambeachbody.com. So your customers are going to see this page. You want to make sure you keep it updated. You want to make sure that it's complete. So log into teambeachbody.com, click on the drop-down arrow that's next to my dashboard. I kind of pointed a little picture there for you. Fill out all the portions of your profile. It's going to ask, a lot of information like your age and weight and all that stuff. And those things aren't published, so you can actually choose what you want published. Make sure that you pick out a picture that's great for your profile. You want a great profile picture. It needs to be a smiling picture of you and just you. If you were to take a picture of me with my sister, you guys would not know which is which because we look so much alike. So if you put a picture of yourself and someone, especially of the same gender, in that same picture, nobody's going to know which one is you. And you are your brand, so you want to make sure that these pictures represent you. Another important thing is your before picture. You have to have one. And it doesn't have to be you standing there in your swimsuit. It can be just a picture of you that shows that you're working on yourself, right? And then you can update your after picture as you hit your goals. So that can be a constant work in progress, because we all are a constant work in progress, aren't we? Add pictures to your websites as well. Remember, like I said, you are your brand, so you want to make sure that these pictures are of you, okay? And a smiling picture is even better, right? You want to be approachable. You want your customers to feel like they can come to you, and your prospective customers and coaches. So choose pictures of just you again. Log into teambeachbody.com, click on Coach, click on Coach Online Office, and then click on My Websites, and you'll open up the Site Manager there. Something else you can change here is your screen name. So let's say you pick something like, Bad Booty Girl 12, and you're thinking, ooh, I probably shouldn't have picked that. You can actually go in and change it. I suggest using your name. Your name is going to be the best way, because people are going to associate your name, your picture, all that stuff in one, because you're your brand. So I highly recommend that you use your name. So that's another thing that you can update there. But in here you can change your picture. There's a little blurb on your Beachbody Coach website that you can change. I suggest putting in something personal there, just making it more you. Okay, another important thing is to set up direct deposit. Guys, just do it now, right? You're going to start making some money. You don't want to wait. If you don't do this, you're going to be charged a $2.50 check fee. We don't want that, right? We don't want any taken out of our commission. So the other thing is your commission is going to take longer to get to you, because they're going to have to mail it, right? So they're going to have to process it, mail it, stamp it, all that good stuff. So you want to make sure that you set this up. So log into teambeachbody.com, click on Coach Online Office, hover, don't click on My Business, and then click on My EFT Management. And then you'll enter your bank's routing and account number. And you can find that information on the bottom of your check or in your account. Wherever you might find that information. Okay, setting up preferred placement. So remember how I said you have to be an active coach to rank advance? Well, I want to speak just really briefly about what that means to rank advance. Rank advancing means that you are building a team of people who you are mentoring and who are also helping to end the trend of obesity. So as you add people to your team, you want to be mindful of where they go. Our company has a binary system. That is how we are set up. So let's say, for instance, I'm at the top of this binary system. We each have 2 legs, like that. So when you hit Emerald, you want to make sure that you have 1 active coach, and we talked about what active means, on your left leg, and 1 active coach on your right leg. So once you hit that, and you are also an active coach, you'll be an Emerald coach. So that is our first promotion in this business, is to become an Emerald coach. When you do that, you actually start getting customers from Beachbody. Yes, Beachbody gives us customers, the only company that does that, by the way. You also get to start qualifying for Team Cycle bonuses, and that's based on volume. And there's great videos in the Coach Online Office about how all that works, so I'm not going to get into too many details right now. But what you need to know now is that you need to be an active coach, and you need to get 2 coaches under you, 1 in each leg, who are also active. So you can actually set up preferred placement so that this happens seamlessly. In the Coach Online Office, hover, don't click again, on My Business, and then click on My Preferred Placement. When you do that, you'll see there's a few options in there. Just make sure that you select either left or right. And when you sign up your first coach, you'll want to select the opposite leg. Does that make sense? So let's say you put your first coach in your left leg, you'll want to go back into this preferred placement and put the next one in your right. So just make sure that you're mindful of this, and if anything goes wrong, you actually have 72 business hours to change where your coaches are placed. So no panic. Okay, I want to talk about your Coach Online Office. It is your home base. Sometimes we call it the COO, not COO, but COO. I know I've kind of touched on different things in the office already, but let's talk about really specific things about why you'd want to log in every day and what you're going to see there. How to find it. I kind of danced around this too, but log into teambeachbody.com, click on Coach Online Office, and that will bring up your online office. This is your home base. You need to make it a habit to log in every single day, okay? This is where you're going to see a ton of things, right? But here's the most important. You're going to be able to see orders that were placed through your account, your rank advancements, your active or inactive status, and breaking coach news. So I'm going to actually break down those 4 things and kind of show you where they are in your office. Okay, so finding orders placed in your account. So let's say somebody says, oh, I just ordered Shakeology through you. Yay! Okay, so let's go look it up. So you're going to actually go to My Business, My Orders, and Customer Orders. That's where you'll see who's ordered from you. And you can actually run a report based on time frame. So if you wanted to see who ordered from you last month, you can go ahead and go in there, select that time frame, pull up all your orders from last month. So pretty cool there. You will also be able to see orders that you've placed. So if you wanted to see, when was my last Shakeology order? When is that next one coming, right? Because I'm on Home Direct. And you can see, oh, okay, it was ordered on the 22nd of October. So that means it will, it'll hit tomorrow, right? So that's a handy tool to have. Second of all, you can see your current rank. So when you log into the Coach Online office, it'll say, welcome, your name. Yay, right? Exclamation mark. Underneath that, you'll see your coach ID, which is another thing I wanted to point out. You're going to need this information, just anytime you're pointing someone to your website, you want to remember that little number there. And then you're also going to see your current rank. So important that you see that right there. Anytime that you rank advance, it'll show up there on Thursday mornings because our business week actually runs from Thursday morning to Wednesday evening. You'll also be able to see on your Coach Online office your coach's rank advancement. So if you have somebody that you know is rank advancing Emerald, under My Alerts, you'll actually see, you have 3 coaches who rank change or however many. So that's a cool place. When you click on that, it'll show you who and to what rank. This is another great place for you to pay attention to because you can actually see how many new customers you have, how many coaches have been added to your network, and then how many coaches you have personally sponsored recently yourself. And of course, you can see if you have any emails. So that's a great place to just get used to going in and looking is the My Alerts section. Okay, seeing your active status. So remember that I said active status means that you are upholding at least 50 PVs every 5 weeks. So this volume is from items you've ordered and from items your customers have ordered. I'm saying that a couple times because it's important that you understand that. So you can actually see it in a couple places. Remember how I showed you where your rank was? Well, underneath that, you can see if you are an active or inactive coach. So you want to make sure that always says active. We never want to fall inactive. We want to be active team members. We want to be a part of this thing. We want to be all in it. So make sure that you're really paying attention to that. So you can find out what your projected personal volume is going to be. Now that means that if nothing changes, that's going to be your volume on this upcoming Thursday when the business week changes. So what you want to look at is projected PV. You want that number to never ever fall below 50. Okay? You always want that number to be at least 50, meaning that you're an active coach. So that's very important that you're paying attention and watching that section as well. Okay, breaking coach news. This is something that you really want to pay attention to. Every day you gotta log into and check this out. On the top right-hand side of the Coach Online office is where you're going to find the breaking coach news. And you can actually click on View Archive to see previous coach news. It's a great place because it's going to have announcements. It's going to have National Wake Up Call recordings. Our National Wake Up Call is actually on Mondays, Monday mornings. So you want to make sure that you're really in tune to that. It actually is at 11 a.m. Eastern, 8 a.m. Pacific time. So make sure that you've got that on your schedule too. But you'll find recordings here, things to note for the week, like if anything different is happening for the week or anything exciting or different webinar or anything is going to be in here. And they usually highlight it in that bright yellow there. So it's updated almost every day. Sometimes there's nothing new, but almost every day there's something just to note or just take note of. So be sure to check that daily. It's so important that you're in there every day. Guys, you go to work every day, right? And you go to your desk and you open your computer or you go to your job site or whatever you do. It has to be the same with this business. You have to be able and willing to open this Coach Online office every single day, just like it's your job, because it can be your job. It can be. For me, this is my job. This is what I do, and it can do that for you too, but you have to be willing to do that every day, okay? Okay, you want to be sure you contact your warm market right away. Now, warm market is a term that we use, and that just means people you already know. right? So that's family, that's friends. That's an easy way to get your business rolling. The worst thing ever, and I can speak from experience, is when someone you know buys from someone else or becomes a coach with someone else. Usually they do that just because they don't know that you're doing this. So I suggest this really simple, non-pushy, non-scary way of reaching out to people. I want you to either email them or text message them or send them a postcard or send them a letter or a pigeon carrier or a smoke signal. I don't care how you do it, but you got to do it, okay? So here's what you want to say. Hey, Uncle John, how's Aunt Mary? You know how I've been working out and eating better? Well, I've decided to pay that forward by becoming a health and fitness coach. So if you know of anyone working on getting healthy, would you please send them my way? I'd love to help them, okay? So what this does is it alerts, aunt and uncle, whoever, right, to the fact that you're doing this. A lot of times it's the person that you're reaching out to, it's your warm market that needs help. So when you say, hey, if you know of anybody, a lot of times they'll be like, well, I could use help. Could you help me? Right? But it gets them thinking so that if any time down the line they need help with their health or with their fitness, that you're going to be there to help them. It also starts them watching you. They're going to start watching you and they're going to see, are you keeping up with this? They're going to see, are you looking better? Are you feeling better? Right? They're going to look at all these things. Is your attitude better? Is your self-confidence better? They're going to be looking at these things. So you want to make sure that you tell them, because once you do and they start seeing your results, and guys, I don't mean that you have to drop 50 pounds. I just mean your self-confidence is going to improve, right? Maybe you are able to do something you weren't able to do before because you've got some more finances. Whatever it might be, they're going to be paying attention to you and watching you. So you want to make sure that you let them know. Okay. This is an easy way. Okay, so this is my last slide here. I'm going to take just a couple minutes to talk about it and then I will let you guys go. But discovering your true why. It is so important that you understand this, okay? So your true why has to do with the fact that, what do you want out of life, right? So a lot of people, when I ask them, why'd you start this business? Well, I want to lose some weight. Well, I want to make some money. Okay, well, that's great, and we all want to do that, but that's not going to be big enough. What we need is a true reason, a huge reason, okay, that's going to push you through, that on the days that you don't feel like it, you do it anyway, right? So how much weight do you want to lose? How would it feel if you lost that weight? Would you be able to fit in some skinny jeans you couldn't fit in? Would you be able to fit in that dress in the back of your closet? Would you be able to buy a new belt because the old ones are too big, right? How much money do you need? What would that money cover? Do you want to cover your groceries for the month? Do you want to be able to pay your mortgage? Do you want to be able to, pay off your car? Do you want to be able to take your kids on vacation? What would that money cover? What would it mean for you, right? I remember when I first started this business and, when I was able to cover my rent in just a week of pay, I was like, this is really cool, right? And then when I was able to cover rent and utilities with just a week of pay, I was like, wow, this is really, really great. When I was able to cover all of my expenses, for the month with just a week of pay, I thought, wow, this is really something. So my why changed as I went along. When I started, it was do or die. I needed this business to work. And so that's what really pushed me through. When I started to make this full-time income, then I could change things a little bit. Okay, so what do I really want out of life, And I thought, okay, this is what I really want out of life. I want to be able to be home with my kids, right? I want to be able to go on vacations. I want to be able to not have to worry about where my money's coming from. A couple weeks ago, our stove just went out, just gone, over, done. And we were able to just go and buy a new one without having to worry about where that money is coming from. That's what I wanted, okay? So your why might change as you go along, but you need something big. You need something it should make you emotional. It should make you tear up a little bit, because I'll tell you something. This business, whatever that you want out of life, it can give it to you. It's going to afford that to you, okay? It really is. So whatever you want, if your dream has always been to travel the world, then you need to sit there and you need to close your eyes and you need to visualize yourself in all the places that you want to visit on that worldwide tour, okay? And you need to visualize it in great detail. And then write it down in great detail, I'm going to go to Paris and I'm going to sit in a cafe and eat a strawberry croissant with my espresso, right? Whatever it is, And when I'm doing that, I'm going to feel amazing because, you know, I've got my kids here and they're able to see the world, and that's something I couldn't do growing up, and I want to give them more. You know, I'm serious. Write this down in great detail, okay? And then I want you to hold on to that. Don't throw it away. Don't get rid of it. You need to hold on to it because that's going to really push you on those days when you feel like you just don't want to do it, okay? And then you can generalize it, make it a little bit smaller, and then post it, right? Like I have my why posted on my computer right here. You guys can't see it, but right here in the corner. It's on a Post-it, right there. It's on my mirror, right? It's on my dashboard, in my car, it's on my fridge, it's in my office, it's everywhere. Because on those days when I just don't feel like it, and we all do, right? It's just like your workout. You have days you just don't feel like it. I remember, this is why I'm doing this. This is the reason that I'm pushing. This is the reason that I want this business to work. This is the reason that this business is going to work. Okay? So this is a really important thing, and I suggest not doing another thing in this business until you have this figured out. So my suggestion is as soon as you're done here, go and think about it. You know, maybe talk to your spouse or your significant other and say, hey, this is what I want. This is what I want. Let's really talk about it. Let's figure this out. Let's put it into great detail. Let's map out a plan, because I just figured out that this business that I just signed up for, this business that I just started, is going to get us there. And I'm so pumped up and I'm so excited and I can't wait another minute, right? That's what we want. That's what we want. This business is so cool, you guys. This business is amazing. This business will give you whatever you want, whatever you've always dreamed of, but you're going to have to put the work in, right? You're going to have to do it. So this is your quick start guide, okay? So this is the basics of what you need to get started. Now, I want you to go through, figure out your why. I want you to do all the things that I laid out in this webinar, you know, by setting up your accounts, by putting your profile together, by adding your pictures, by contacting your warm market. Don't skip that step, okay? And then when you're done with that, we have new coach training on our teamdynamitecoaches.com website. The Team Dynamite new coach training is fantastic. You can go through and complete it at your leisure, and then send check-ins to your sponsor coach. And then we also run monthly new coach training. So if you haven't been in one of those, make sure that you ask your sponsor when the next one is. I also post it in our team page on Facebook. So again, make sure that you're a part of that. But this will be a great place for you to get started. Again, I'm so excited for you guys joining us. I'm so excited for all the new coaches we have. And if there's anything that I can ever do for you, please don't hesitate. You know, otherwise, you guys have a great night, and I will see you on our team page.